Hi everyone, it's Michele and we are playing the Super Pershing, the old tank that I won on an event 2 years ago. Yeah, it was actually 2 years ago when I managed to get this bad boy. And till then I made 2 marks of excellence with it. And I must admit though, it's a decent tank. It's not a great tank, it's not a monster machine, but it has its weak spots, it has its... how should I say it? Not just weak spots, it has its moments when you can use it to dominate other tanks, and those moments are focusing down the lightly armored tanks with your DPM, because you have only 170mm penetration with the regular rounds and amazing 258 with APCR. APCR is only used when you're facing tier 9s in a direct confrontation or very tough to penetrate tier 8s. And if you are, let's say, in a bad spot and you need to actually win the game for your team, that's the only time when you use APCR on this thing. High explosive, you can use 1 or 2 shells, I don't recommend more than that. Equipment, gun range, vertical stabilizer, vents and rammer. That's what I run with. I'm using my medium crew, the old crew on it, and I'm gonna switch it to the heavy tank, tier 9 heavy, sooner or later, and then, do the retraining of crews and try to even up the crew with 4 perks on each side. So it's gonna be a prolonged process. Next 2000 games are expecting to be dedicated to that thing. In these 2000 games I have 55% win rate, so it's a decent tank. What I notice about this tank is it loves to chew up the enemies that are above him. Not above him, that are below him, sorry. The enemies that are below him, like tier 7 mediums, tier 7 heavies, that don't have much space to move around and to maneuver around you, this thing eats for lunch. It has some problems with the big guns, like a premium ammo in IS-6 you need to use, let's say. IS-3 is also tough nut to crackle, but also it has problems with facing out against MX-50-100s if they start unloading the clip on you, because, as you can see over here, the armor is good but not awesome to counter tier 9 or something similar, and it's also very slow. Luckily it has the preferential, so it doesn't need tier 10s. And in the meantime, there is a bit of crowd in our town, and we managed to get one shot on the unaware Super Pershing. Super Pershing frontal is a beast, but it has massive weak spots that even tier 6 can aim at, and they can get it. Those are 2 cupolas and machine gun port, and the cheeks, actually the armor below your cheeks, these things over here, are the weak spots. And if you're not aiming at those things, okay, last ditch resort, load the APCR and go for the lower plate on the Super Pershing. But I recommend, let's say, a Rheinmetall Borsig with a long gun to go for the lower plate. It will wreck the Super Pershing definitely. And my enemy team is just giving me free shots because the Tiger 1 cannot make a gun depression good enough, and I'm just raking his tank and eating his juicy hit points. We are 4 tanks down at the moment, and a K85 gives a free shot for me, so then I take it. Oh, the enemy is still there. This thing cannot chase tanks around the map, unless you're pretty slow. So Super Pershing is a good brawler, as you can see. Enemies of tier 7 are just panicking themselves and shooting rapidly at my hardest parts of the armor, as you can see. I did not take any penetrating shots because none of them is aiming at my weak spots. They're just focusing on my center mass and hoping for the best. Now the problem is enemy IS-6. I cannot penetrate that monster with my regular 170 because of its smoke, and the armor that thing is pretty much buffed recently, and I'm saving my APCR ammo just to get the IS-6 onto the game. Now there is the enemy Super Pershing. And what I said about Super Pershings is, frontal you have armor, on the sides you have none. And the enemy Super Pershing is in panic mode, and I'm having some trouble at the moment navigating with my team over here. And Super Pershing bounces. My team is still trying to get him. Unfortunately, T29 has stock guns, so it's gonna have some problems. Enemy IS just wrecks my gun, doing little damage, I think, because I think he's now desperate and finding high explosive. I use my repair hit, and believe it or not, this thing is gonna bite me in the ass later. Why? Because actually, Super Pershing is a good tank with decent armor and a good rate of fire. If you don't have a good rate of fire, you don't have a lot of DPM, and you're gonna suck. So you're gonna have some big problems. And I'm gonna show you when you need to do that. When you don't have the repair kit and your ammo is hit, you need to actually load APCR, which is a bad stuff and a bad way to earn money. And I'm trying to guard my Tiger 1 against this IS-3, finish up the Tiger 1, go for the IS-3, but unfortunately I'm just a bit too late to get my 6th kill. And at this moment the scores are even. Both of the teams are low on HP. And I think I've fired most of my guns. Actually, most of my ammo is spent, so I need to be careful, but I think I have enough of the ammo, even though if the enemy is on full HP. But luckily for me, they are not. So, T56E4 Mod 1 is there, duking out versus Tiger 1. I'm trying to get the shots on him, and the Rheinmetall as well is there, and the Rheinmetall takes him out because he didn't have a clear shot of the gun of the wrecked ISX. And I try to get 34-100, but he pulls out just in the nick of time for him before my gun was even on him. And now I see T43 is on my right side, and as I said before, Super Pershing is weak on side, so don't allow the enemy tanks to flank you. Keep them pinned down, keep them in this narrow spot, and don't give them your side armor. Look what's gonna happen. I'm just giving him a bit of my side armor, and he goes, I think it was an APCR shot that went on the lower plate. Yeah, there it is, the penetration, and it went right into my ammo rack. How did he manage to do that? I don't know. He bounced in this next shot, he bounced the second one, missed the second one, so I'm now forced to use my APCR ammo actually. Because I don't want to miss anything, I want to hit and I want to penetrate stuff, as you see over here. Even if I don't need APCR for that dude at the moment, my rate of fire is half of what it is, and I'm reloading every 10 seconds instead of every 5 seconds. Get some snapshots, luckily on the enemy T43, and it's down to 61 HP. IS got taken out by my Rheinmetall. 87, it has monstrous DPM compared to me, so I'm just focusing him down to get him as fast as possible. But even though Rheinmetall tried to help me out and even platoon up with me, the poor Rheinmetall got taken out by the T43 that was just evading my gun and my reload. And as you see, that guy is doing all he can. He's actually a pretty good player. 5 kills, and the scores later you're gonna see he tried his best to win as a bottom tier tank. Actually mid tier tank, because there are a couple of tier 6s only over here. So that's 187 down, 6 kills for me, and let's see if I can get the enemy T43. I see he's gonna go on this side, lead a bit, but as you saw it, RNG takes a shit on me. As you know, I'm at the moment in the base, capping, but there is no cap indicator because of the bug in the replay. And I'm on 6 kills, and at the moment I'm waiting for that dude to make a mistake. He knows I need a bit more time, but he needs for me to go, let's say, on the middle over here, and then snipe me from these sides, and run away and keep on doing that for the next 5 shots, and I'm a dead duck. I don't think it's gonna need him 5 shots, I think 3 shots or 4 is gonna take him at best. And I want to risk it. I just loaded APCR for this time, 10 seconds reload time, ammo racked. If I was on the without the ammo rack, I would use AP regularly. Maybe even kill that tank before he got my Rheinmetall, but you know, what if, and if, big old friends. So, I'm waiting over here, trying to see if he's gonna poke out on that side or not. So I'm now getting a bit impatient and I'm going a bit forward. Let's just speed it up before my enemy arrives. And I see there's no one over here, So I get back up. I think he's going over there. I'm thinking, where the heck did that guy go? And all of a sudden, while I was turning, I was lucky enough to point in the right direction of where the enemy 43 was and get him before he could go and around against me. So after that kind of game, let's see what the scores are. And the results are in, and let's check it out. Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Shellproof, Cool-Headed, Steel Wall, High Caliber, and a Top Gun. So, yeah, not a bad game. Without the premium account, I earned 107,000 credits, 6,674 experience on times 3, and I haven't, yeah, for a good game, it was definitely a good game, even if I do say so myself. Now let's check out the results. On damage wise, I was on top, 5,700 damage done. Dude in Rheinmetall was just behind me on 4,000 damage done. I think we owned the enemy team, definitely. At least two of us did. I noticed in the pattern in my team that at least first 5 players tried to do something while the others were just there for the accompanying trip. And a detailed report says, oh well, let's check it out on more stuff. The experience points is 1,858 without any triple or anything of the multipliers. I fired 33 shots, I hit 31, penetrated 28. Damage that I blocked was from 26 shots, I've only 4 penetrated, and I blocked 4,660 HP. Because I used a lot of premium ammo, as you saw over there, trying to win the game. And I only advise that you use premium ammo when you absolutely need it, and you get a score like this, barely half of what I was supposed to earn. But I'm happy. It was a good game. I really was forced to use that kind of ammo. Anyway, that's for this Super Pershing gameplay. Hope you like it. Subscribe if you like it. So if in the end, let me just tell you, like if you do, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you all next time. I'm now going to mend my allergies. See ya.